Yo, what's up?
Yo, what's up, dope boy?
I'm trying to like regather myself real quick. A lot just happened in the last 15 minutes.
It's been a crazy day, hasn't
Yeah,
it?
today has been nice. Today has been wild, but yeah, today has been very eventful. How was your racing today?
Hey, man, for the most part, pretty darn good. You know, you never know what you're going to get with some of these foals, especially with aging. And then, distance preference. We're still got a long ways to figure out and understand how parents' distance preference plays into offspring, and got to run a lot of races to get data back to actually have some confidence in that. But man, for the most part, really happy with how the stables performed today.
Nice, nice. Yeah, I did a little midnight shopping last night, and I picked up a horse.
I
Of
heard
racing
about that,
age.
man. Congrats.
Yeah, thanks. It was nice. Homeboy came through, hooked it up real nice. Um, so I got that in the race today, but damn, these fields are just like crazy in the S and S minus fields, and like some of the S pluses that are out there. That some S pluses won today, some S pluses didn't show up. Like it's been eventful, but yeah, I'm happy with my little horse. I think I know exactly where I need to go with him. It looks like he wants to run forever, so I gotta get him in a longer race next time. But
Yeah,
yeah,
he's a big A offspring, right?
yeah, big A and
Yeah, because Big A's he likes to run. He
yeah,
likes long distance stuff. So,
yeah, I gotta get him in there. Um,
man, what an exciting day, though. I mean, we all knew this day was going to be bananas, and just with the reveals in the first crop of bred horses racing for the first time. I mean, and we're trying to breed. I haven't even bred yet because I've just been
yeah,
like too much
I
going
knocked
on.
him
I
out.
just
Yeah,
can't even, man.
I knocked him out early, and then I streamed earlier today around 10:30, and someone was in the stream, and they're like, I had just shown I don't know if you knew Zucchina back
Yeah,
when. Yeah, so not Zucchina anymore, but I'm gonna keep calling her that.
yep.
I did the reveal because I went back to Serenity Now last month and got another S, but we gained preference now. I think she's like an 8.5 out of 9. We got a Colt, which is fine. We got a filly the first time around, but someone in chat's like, "Are you going back to Serenity Now? There's only like 6 covers left." I was like, "I guess I am now." Like they flew. Serenity Now sold out real fast. There was a couple other ones that were picking up pace. Um, but yeah, it was a lot today. It was definitely a lot. I don't think I should have streamed this morning. There was too much going on, trying to like knock down or lock in all these horses and like check out the new ones. But it was definitely fun checking out some of the breeds that we looked at like the first full day 2 months ago and seeing
Right.
what happened. A couple disappointments, but it is what it is. Still early. It's only day one. There's. I want to confirm this horse with you and get back to Discord. It has a race on it, so I don't know if that's one of them.
Yeah, yeah. I guess Balthazar wanted to run it one time,
Okay.
so
I mean, free is free, so
I guess he said it ran well. So
all right. Well, then we'll
did
take a look at these two.
yeah. We'll pull up all the horses here, and I gotta get Leets. Did you get the list from? Oh, okay, never mind. I think he just sent it to me.
I was gonna go back in Discord and check on his list. That he tagged us in this morning.
Okay, did you grab that? Okay,
I didn't, but I can.
Okay, yeah, grab that. I guess Clever River changed their name to Baja is the only thing there. But if Clever River wins, then we know it's Baja. So
All right. Let me grab this. So yeah, I'm highlighting one race on this stream at 7:30, and unfortunately, it's and I should have known, but I have to run against the S plus that you have. Um,
yes.
Supersonic. It's not supersonic.
No. It's King
Superwood?
Spirit. King Spirit.
Spirit. Yeah. Yeah, I'm not too happy. This race came up very tough, extremely tough. But that's what I wanted, honestly. I didn't think they were gonna. I didn't think it was gonna fire with 12. I really thought it was gonna like fire with like 7 or 8, because just with like all the actual like options.
Yeah, it's a grade 1, right?
It is a grade 1, yeah.
Yeah, so it brings out the big boys.
Yeah. Well, that's what we bred for. This is our
Yeah,
ace
I know.
breed,
I know.
so-
Wolof has an S plus in there, right?
Yeah. I'm gonna pull it up here in a second. All right. So the list that I got from Discord is a list of 23 as well,
Cool.
and it looks like it's similar to yours. No, it's different. It's definitely no. Is it?
It's probably very similar. So,
All right.
yeah, Elite basically took all of the entrants that took advantage of my offer, my free breed offer, and then he had like a stipulation where they had to run X amount of races
Oh, okay.
and something else. So, like his list is the people who were on my list and then went on and qualified for his offering.
Got you.
Yep.
Got you. All right. Cool. Yeah. So then I have that one ready as well. I do want to find this race I was just talking about and pull it up because I had someone in Discord was nice enough to sprinkle some dollar dues across the win pool. So let me get,
Oh, okay.
yeah, once GVG hit the B- juvenile stakes.
I don't hang out around there very much, but you know,
It's nice to see those.
It is what it
I
is.
do enjoy that. All right.
Oh,
so
of course. Well, I mean, and I do think that we will, see future champion horses at the highest level that came from those low grade horses.
At some point we will,
who's
yeah.
just bred extremely well time and time again.
Yeah, at some point we'll see it.
Yeah.
Chat. This is the race we were talking about. It's about 17 minutes until wagering closes. You want to sprinkle there, and in the meantime, we're going to go over these two horses real quick. I guess we'll touch on Baron Spam a lot.
Yeah.
Since I already ran to Lord Strange, Stallion, Spam Musabi was the mother. Don't really know much about this one, but it looked like it enjoyed a couple sprints in its time.
Yep. Strong sprinter, it looks like.
Whoops. Where are we going here? And then Lord Strange. I thought Lord Strange was more of a distance runner, but I could be wrong. I don't really know much about the A+. No, also a sprinter, so speed on speed.
Yeah, and two A pluses, two strong A pluses that have an offspring of an A plus. Like you can pretty much guarantee that is a strong A plus.
Yeah, the A pluses that finished in front of them looked like they were slightly stronger.
Yeah.
And preference wise also. And I think it ran a 61 in this race, which isn't terrible. Also at the maiden, so 61 for the maiden. Need a couple S minuses and an S.
Yeah, well, and it's a soft preference, and it was a good track, so that could have played something into it too. I'm not sure what the weather percentage wise was, but
I'm not going to put a whole lot into them beating an S and S minuses in these maidens just because of the weight that gets tacked on.
Right.
But finishing, there's 5 A pluses in the race. You finished fourth, and the two that finished first and second look like by preference alone, they were pretty strong. So
yeah,
this horse looks like it could be a nice little sprinter, which is nice. Someone did the work. Maybe they need to run shorter. It was on the lead the whole way and then faded. So maybe 4 or 5 furlongs and you're there. And then the other one is Udon Unicorn S minus from Hamura Samin and Zebra. Nice Zebra.
Yeah.
A mid for the most part out of the mother, and I don't really know anything about this particular stallion, but S plus speed, S start, S stamina, S finish, S heart. That's pretty nice, and I believe it's in a left dirt firm, so
yep,
potential, contender for the restricted stakes for S minus, but.
Yeah, and I think we saw like in breeding reports, anyone who's had access to those that have gone through those, we've seen like the mid and low pref or low boost horses, the Gen Zeros. A lot of those like when you look at breeding reports, have some like big wicks at certain attributes, and so there's a good chance that you get like one freaky kind of stat outlier from breeding with studs like a zebra.
Yeah.
So I'm interested to see what comes from that. And man, when we start retiring these foals that are racing today for the first time, and then we start to get the reveals, that's going to be just peeling another layer back and getting a deeper understanding of some of these breeding pairings and how some preferences and distance preferences and attributes are rolling down. It's going to be really exciting to see.
Yeah, I wonder. I'm active. Like I look at that because we're still a handful of months away from having the full ecosystem in swing, and I wonder how many of like today's 2-year-olds retire early next month when they're able to. I feel like we'll see, you'll know if you have a bad horse and it's done. That's it, filly wise. But like the boys maybe stay racing for as long as like the crown purses are good and there's juice races now.
Yeah, I mean, I was about to say, with Crown doing what it's doing, probably going to be a lot of people that leave their horses out there longer than they originally anticipated and planned for.
Yeah.
It's just very lucrative.
If we knew this in the 3-4-year-old season for Gen Zeros, I feel like a lot of these horses that just retired would not be retired.
Yeah.
And the marketplace has been on fire this past week. So I've been like, looking here and there, and it's just crazy how many horses are listed for retired males that are will never breed, just listed for $30, $40, $50, like when they could have just been racing the whole time. But
yeah,
we didn't really know. Like, I can't really, like, I don't know. I mean, everyone makes their decisions based on what they think, but from the outside looking in, it looks like if we knew that something like this was going to be like able to happen, I feel like a lot of those horses are still running today.
Yeah, absolutely.
That was my intentions when I started. I got my Gen Zero, and I'm running it until it's forced retired, and then that's it. Then it's done. Once it hits 8, it can sit in the barn and do nothing, and maybe I use it for breeding for myself or like some experiments, but it's just a little. I'll have it in there until it dies, and Ian decides to give us plaques for our dead horses. So we'll see what happens then. But
hey, and just real quick, just shout out Balthazar.
Yes.
Didn't have to do this. I didn't ask him to do this. He just willingly hit me up in DM and was like, "Hey, dude, I have 2 horses I'd love to contribute as giveaway horses for your raffles that you've been doing."
Yeah.
Man, just a legend in the community. Got a Derby winner. What a guy.
Have you don't have anything over there to hit Pelennor Fields, do you?
Oh yeah, I hit Pelennor. I bred Pelennor and Cosmo, my Ziggy 20 boost S LDF female. Yeah.
That's nice.
Yeah. Elite Racing, shout out. Appreciate you contributing a horse as well. Didn't have to do it. Same deal as Balthazar. Just willingly hit me up, wanting to participate. So, man, we have such an awesome community, such good people. Vibes are high right now. What a time.
Yeah, it's nuts. Yeah, right now, it's nothing to do with it. Right now, we just get to ride the wave out,
Absolutely,
small waves
man.
still, but it's still rideable,
Absolutely. All right. Well, yeah, you want to do...
I was going to say, I don't have...
Are we going to do a duck race, or what are we going to do?
I got the duck race lined up. I don't have Lead Swords, Elite Racings.
Oh, okay, here, I'll send it to you.
But I guess if you're... How do you want to do it? Who gets for the Balthazars? If you're in chat, you get first dibs. If you're not, you get the S-, I guess.
We'll just do 2 races. We'll just say this race is for this horse.
All right, perfect. Let's do Baron. Let's do Baron first. All right, so I got 28 names on this list. Yep, I need some of these, and this will be the first one, and this will be for Baron Spam-A-Lot, the A+ from the 2 sprinting parents. With
Cool.
1 race under its belt, which looked pretty good. So you got something to go from there. All right.
Yeah, just so everybody that knows that's involved in this, so I did remove the stables that previously won a horse giveaway raffle in this. So, trying to spread the wealth around. Don't want to see anybody winning multiple horses and other people winning nothing. So if you already won a horse, you won't see your name on this list. Good luck to everybody.
All right. So, this first one we'll do for...
I think we did 30 seconds last time. That was about right.
Yeah. 30 seconds, 28 customers, set. And good luck, everyone.
Let's go.
The good old duck race. Yeah, I got my breeding out of the way really early today. I mean, I only had the 1 horse to worry, well, the 2 horses to worry about, but
yeah,
I imagined it was going to be hectic for everyone else with like large staples. So, bat duck.
Oh, someone's coming late. Who is
Renown.
that? Renown with the Batman.
Whoa.
Renown Racing.
That's an old Z stable, isn't it?
That is an old Z. Yeah, almost all of these are.
Yeah, I know most of them. I was pretty sure Renown was on there. That's another stream, but we can definitely make it happen.
Yeah.
Out of duty. Welcome. All right, so congrats to Renown. You are the winner of the A+ Baron Spam-A-Lot.
Baron Spam-A-Lot.
That's a nice A+. I'm interested to see how this one goes.
Heck yeah, man.
All right.
Congrats,
so
Renown.
Baron's down. I guess we'll do the second one.
Yeah. We'll do the other Balthazar now, and then we'll go back and we'll remove Renown from the list.
Yeah,
that's not too much of a hassle.
I'm trying to see how I can do it from here. I've never done it from inside. Maybe hit back. Nope. There you go. Copy again.
Just paste it in there again.
And then sub out Renown for. Oh, you did send me another name. Wilbury Ranch. All right. Let's try this again. Names. Edit. Delete. Paste. Find Renown Racing. Get out of here. Congrats on your A+. Get Wilbury Ranch in there. 27 names, 30 seconds on the clock, set. And this is for Udon Unicorn, the S- Colt. Good luck to everyone.
Yeah, man. A nice S- here.
Yeah, this is a nice one. Oh, no.
Oh, Bananas, that's your boy, isn't it, Doughboy?
That's why I didn't want to say anything. You better hope there's another kick in there, Danny.
Oh, man.
Oh, clown.
Royal Racing got legs.
Left coast.
Uh-oh. Woo!
Poor Danny. Congrats to Left Coast Racing.
Left Coast Racing. Congrats.
Nice. Yeah. Listen, man, you always go out to the front. I don't know, man. I don't know what to tell you. It's not like I'm back here rigging it, so I try to make sure you can win. It doesn't work. That's it. Yeah. Little too early for that one. Needed to hold back a little bit. But yeah, Left Coast Racing, congrats on your sweet S- Colt. All right, Duck. Chill, bro. Chill, Duck. All right, so Udon Unicorn is gone. That's Left Coast. So Renown and Left Coast won the Balthazar giveaways, and this is the elite giveaway. I need to go back and get that list out of Discord. And then we'll take a look at this. 23 stables qualified. All right, here it is. All right. So, names. Damn, this is some strong coffee. God damn it. Hold on, work with me here. I wonder if it'll matter if I have the. Nah, I'll just go back and delete whatever.
Yeah, the commas don't matter. It's counting on each one. So we're good.
Eight minutes. Ooh, check out that other race after this.
Yeah, we still got 7.5 minutes for it, so we're good.
Yeah, I'm excited for that. Not as excited now that I see that there's 3 S pluses in it, but I'm pretty excited. All right, 23 names. Let me make sure that lines up with what he wrote. All right, following 23 stables. All right, do 30. We'll do 35 seconds this time, just to switch it up. This is for an A. Right Dirt Firm. Good luck at Right Dirt Firm.
Yeah, strong preferences. Yeah.
Trying out Mrs. Miggins. What was she? All right, a little sprint. And again, I don't know anything about these Granddaddy. All right, Granddaddy Perp, know a little bit about that, but I don't know about the horse. A little bit all over the place here. So maybe a mid. Maybe. I guess that's for the lucky winner to find out, but yeah. All right, this race is for. Oh, and you get to name it too. Full Mrs. Miggins. So you get a.
Yeah, you get to name it.
All right, contestants, good luck.
Good luck, everybody.
Danny, you're juicing too early, bro. See, I don't understand. I don't know what you do to these ducks, man. They can't keep up. Maybe I have to do a 4-second race.
We're going to get another big slingshot.
Bourbon Boys?
Ooh.
Bourbon Boys. Damn, they got Teddy Boy back? That's the Bourbon Boys.
Bourbon Boys.
They got a nice little stable going along.
Yeah,
too,
man.
so,
Good for them. I'm glad they won a horse. They bought a lot of horses.
Yes, I did. Yeah, the sales bot does go kind of crazy at times, and I've seen their name on the receiving end a few times. All right, well, that was dope. Mrs. Miggins, you're out of here. Bourbon Boys, congrats to Renowned.
Yeah, we'll reach out to everybody. I'll get in touch with everybody. Make sure that you get in touch with those stable owners on the transaction to make sure we get those horses to you. Yeah, you want to go break down this race real quick?
Yeah, it looks like I think you were the opening favorite. No, you actually weren't. Holiday Bell was, surprisingly. The other S plus is 8.3, and you and the other S plus were 6. So that maybe we're just off preference. I don't know what that means. Doesn't look good when there's an S plus that's almost at $2 of a more of an underdog than its counterparts. But your second favorite was King Spirit.
Yeah, morning line odds are
guidelines.
They're guidelines. You know, I don't know how much faith we can put into them just yet.
Yeah, but this one we talked about in extent numerous times. Like, this horse is going to be great.
Yeah, Holiday Bell is a half star for soft, and it's a fast track. So you got to think that's
bad,
yeah, not lending to a good run, but you never know. It's only a half star, so it's obviously not like dependent on soft surface only. So,
and Wolof has the other S plus, and this is a primetime baby.
Yeah.
So there's a lot riding here.
But
also $2 less in the odds, morning line odds than you and Bell. So
Yeah, prime
Maybe
time, and
maybe it's not the right distance. I don't know. Maybe that has something to do with it. But
I don't know. I really don't know. I mean, because primetime stats, his attributes don't show that he would be that great of a sprinter.
yeah,
With his S pluses coming in stamina and heart, but man, he was tough to beat, like 6 furlongs.
yeah, 5
Which
and
I
6
know it's
furlongs.
yeah,
They
it's on the
work 5
longer
furlongs
side
too.
of sprints, but still. And then La Bandita, she was one of the best sprinters in the game for
Ziggy.
Gen Zero, right there. Yeah, that Ziggy. So, I mean, I thought this is going to be a really good sprinter, is what I was predicting.
And then 1 year, 4 more. I mean, this all started because I had to challenge Keith. But
Yeah, man. Kirk in there with Aristotle's elegance.
I mean, I'm not really too worried about Keith at this point. I did pull slightly better odds, but this is one from the GVG barn, a homebrew special that Keith decided to start his career off with. Good horse, nice horse. I feel like our nice horses are not as nice as the ones that should win this race potentially. I feel really disrespectful being in this field, but yeah, this is my ace king. This is mine and Titch's ace king baby, the gambler. So we'll see what happens. Ace king, obviously a great sprinter. Grimwald, excellent at 4 and 5 furlongs.
Yep.
This is gonna be tough. We got him 2. I should have hit Mo up to come up and call. I guess I punted on that one, but all right. I'm gonna check this one out, and then I guess I'm gonna wrap it up there. I'll probably go till 8. I want to talk a little bit about.
We got to talk about the big sale.
Yeah, I got to talk about this 10K sale. I just wanted to get I don't know why I feel like I need to end the stream after a half hour. I mean, I did 2.5 hours earlier, but yeah, I don't know where that came from. Definitely not ending it at 7:30. Have a lot to talk about.
Yeah, go through the big sale. I can go through some of my breeds.
Yeah, I definitely want to see what
I've done.
If you have some plans again this month. I went back to Zeus with Grimwald this month. I did Ace. So I'm only breeding with Zeus and Ace King. But last month's Zeus breed with us, I feel like we got a really bad roll. Like, we lost a preference of star, which sucked. But we got a filly out of it, so I'm not mad.
I'll trade. Yeah, I'll take that trade.
Yeah, that's fine with me. I'll lose a full star preference as long as I get a filly.
Absolutely.
Very not upset with that. So today I hit Zeus earlier and hoping we get a good roll. I don't care what it is. Obviously, another filly, like maybe we still the S- that we got. And keep the better one, or I don't know. We'll figure it out when it happens. Still got another month until we see what happened, but. We went back to Ace King, and we got our second Ace King foal. We got a filly, so we have a twin sister.
Oh, beautiful.
So very hyped about that one.
Yeah, I think Ace King and Zeus are both really good pairings for Grimwald.
I saw a lot of as soon as Night Saturn retires, I'm gonna hit Night Saturn. Night Saturn's on soft, but I don't care.
Yeah, that's the S- RDS.
Yes.
All right.
Definitely gonna try there and see if we can't get lucky. But,
hey, this race is starting. Yep.
Come on. Don't do this, All right, there we go. All right. Good luck.
Yeah, thank you, sir. Good luck to you as well.
I want to see. I'm gonna guess my fractions of this. All right. The opening first quarter won't be 21 because it never is. So it'll be 22. Potentially 44, and hopefully they finish in like 107, 108. That's what this field seems like it should do, just because of the caliber of horses, but we'll see. All right, we broke on top. That's what I actually want to see. Holiday Bells up there, Aristotle's Elegance, Streamline, Neon Bandit, and D Nakamoto. And we spit the bid already. Perfect. Love to see it. God, this S Plus is just toying with them. 23, not even close. All right, Calvary's making a push. Oh, damn, I'm cooked. This horse just played with him the whole time. That's crazy. You can get hooked? Biscuit Fire? No. No chance. Ooh, you end up with a solid fourth.
Yeah, I'll take a fourth. Yeah.
57. Oh, it's 5 furlongs. Never mind. I thought it was 6 furlongs. Damn. All right, so we're not running in grade ones with this horse, especially not this caliber of race.
Yeah, congrats, Holiday Bell. Great run.
Yeah, that was just like
dominating run, wire to wire, huh?
Yeah. That was it just toyed with him. Didn't even have to run. Literally just showed up and got paid. Where did I end up? I don't even remember. 11th. Perfect. All right. Well, we'll go into, I guess, the smaller stakes tomorrow and see what happens. But yeah, Holiday Bell Golden. Isn't that Nate? That is Nate, isn't it?
That's Nate. Yep.
Jeez, Nate. Where you at? Jeez. Yeah, that's a nice horse. Jeez. And it's a filly too. Like that's just even crazier.
Yeah, it's a beauty. And I think Belle has bred like 2 S pluses in a row. I don't know what she did this round.
They went S+, but they switched up. I think they moved off of Doc this month, or last month rather. They went to Ala Costa.
Interesting.
Yeah. I don't know. I mean, whatever. It's not my money, not my product. I went to D Biscuit also. I thought it was Doc back to back, but either way. And it looks like they lost Kref with this one for the most part. 1.5, ended up with 2. 2.5. Who knows? Who knows? Yep, congrats to Golden Boot Racing. Jesus Christ, what a horse. And yes, I mean, King Spirit, that was... No, it doesn't matter. No one was beating Holiday Bell in this race. That's it. No, and the fact that it went off 21-1 is kind of nuts because everyone else was betting as well. There's other people in here wagering, but yeah, great race for Nate. But now back to the marketplace, recent sales, and we'll check out Ruthless Duchess, who sold for 10K USD just about an hour ago. After I badmouthed General Duke today and called him General Poop, thrown right back in my face. But yeah, no regret. And General Duke put one together, and I think that's obviously the largest sale to date.
Yeah, Smup Legend, congrats, man, making a splash with that one.
That is a bred for distance on the mother side. General Duke is obviously, I'm pretty sure, Ticket Takers at distance as well, I believe.
Yep.
No, mid. But the Derby distance is 10 furlongs, so that is really all that matters. And it's a half-star soft, so it can compete either way.
Yeah, this will definitely be a Derby favorite.
Derby or Oaks winner. I guess
it's
maybe for our 3-year-old season, we actually have a Philly series. We have the Oaks series.
Yeah, I saw Ian talking about potentially doing it. Like it'd be fun, you know. I mean, my deal on it is I think that would be fun. As long as we're saying that, you know, Colts are going to be better racers for the most part than fillies, because it'd be pretty wild to watch a filly go win the Oaks and then also turn around and win the Derby.
It's not unheard of. I hate using it, but you know, if you keep it to as real as it gets, it's not unheard of. Rachel Alexander and Zenyatta come to mind. Those are the 2 big ones, but obviously in the game, in a game, you would think that the boys, there's more big races for the boys in real life than there are for the girls, simply for the fact that the population is much larger for male horses, for the most part. So, I mean, I don't know what side of the fence I'm on with that. Obviously, I want to see great fillies. Like we should see great fillies in this race, but we shouldn't see them at at a larger as the same clip as we do with like the males. Like maybe for every 6 great males, there's like 1.5 or 2 great fillies. Like maybe it's higher on the male side. Maybe it's like 8 to 1 or something. I don't know.
I know. It's
I
a
don't
tough
want to worry
one.
about that yet.
Yeah, exactly.
I just want to play the game.
Exactly.
But yeah, I think we should. I mean, with time, we should see these series come to life. Like I'm not pounding my foot for it right now, but 6 months maybe. By that time, we should have. In 6 months, if Gen 1 retires when they're 3, or Crop 1 retires when they're 3, their foals will be on the track at that time.
Right.
And I feel like by then, we can start having like these 2-year-old series, 3-year-old series, older horse series. Like, I feel like then we can start seeing some change. But until then, I just want to enjoy the new for now and
Agreed.
take in the sudden rush of. I don't know. It's been a wild ride the last like week and a half. Like I'm not on a large enough scale as like yourself and like the Absolute Horsepowers and the Mr. B's of the world, but I'm trying to make moves like to build my bankroll throughout this thing. So like I was grinding Crown, I was grinding the Marketplace. Like I put it together.
Yeah.
Finally got enough for a nice horse. So now I'm where I want to be. I had a claimer. That was the other thing that bailed me out too. Is like all the people that thought they claimed bad horses prior to last week, it didn't matter because they were rewarded, and some people came in and took those bad claims off of their hands, and that happened with me.
Yeah.
And that bailed me out. So that 20,000 claimer turned into my partial to my S- that I acquired last night. So I'm very happy with the moves that have happened in the last week or so.
Hey, Dobie, I'll be back in 2 minutes.
You got it. I definitely want to go back and see the numbers on that race now. Disappointing finish, but what are you gonna do? Just too tough of a race. Probably get in tomorrow, look for another one. Maybe not so tough, but we'll see what happens. Where am I at here? Yeah. Let's go, Ty. Get you one. Listen, man, claimers. I don't know how fast people are going to be to put these Crop 1 foals into claiming races, but check out the claimers. And if not, and you're okay being patient, then Crop 3 foals just hit the marketplace, and there's a bunch out there that are cheap. You know what I mean? They're nothing great. Maybe you find one that's a solid runner, but nothing crazy. Which one's mine? Oh, these. Well, this is. I get to see his number now. I don't want to see how disappointing it was. 65. That's not terrible for that kind of race, even though it's fleet figure. Excuse me. This is my homeboy bought Grimwald, and I'm managing it and the foals. So we don't have proper silks because we don't have a proper logo. I'm thinking of some stuff in my head, but until we have a horse that matters, they're gonna stay white. So one of these two might pay off. But yeah, with my second Ace King foal, I think I lost a preference. But I got a filly, so I don't care. 2, 3, 1. So I had 6, 7, 2, 4, 5, 6. Yeah, I mean, I just got average. But yeah, ended up with a filly, so very happy about that. And then our Zeus baby, a little girl, got a negative roll on the firm. Half a star gone, but again, I got a filly, so I'm not really bothered by all that, which is great. So we have to wait. We don't have to wait at all. I wonder when they're going to run this horse. I guess they have to find something.
Yeah, S- has been a little bit difficult to find a home for racing wise here on the first day. I'm guessing that over the coming week they'll be adding more races that are more geared for S minuses.
Yeah, I'll be all right with that until they get there. I wonder where they're gonna go with. I wonder where they're gonna go with Ruthless, who they just bought. I imagine you have to go to a grade 1.
Oh, of course, yeah.
Like, so tomorrow there is a handful of them, but that's left turf, not left dirt, dummy. Juvenile stakes.
Yeah, I mean, I know, like me personally, with all my S and S plus horses specifically, like I didn't run any maidens just because they're all weighted, you know,
Yep.
and it's like,
Nah,
it's not going to really give me a true understanding of my horse because it's running with weight, and it's 2-year-old running with weight, man. You know, it's like,
yeah.
I just would rather just have a maiden just with all the same grades. If someone wants to run up, they can run up. That's their choice, but there's a max grade. You know what I mean?
Right, that's how it was for our Gen Zeros. Like,
Yeah,
they
right.
had the S minus max maidens. They had the open maidens where you could run your A against S pluses. Why you would want to do that, I don't know why, but like most of the time that was S's and S minuses. But yeah, I talked about it on stream earlier today. It's like I'm not gonna put myself at a disadvantage with my 2-year-old who I'm trying to learn about. Like, there's just no reason for that. So like, if you have an S or an S minus, like, stay in these races. Don't enter these races because it's just a complete disadvantage for you. But also just be cautious of what you're entering. Like, if you have a really good A horse and you don't want to try allowances, they have the stakes for $10, $12 entries. That's where I recommend it. Most of the people that came to me today that like, where do I run my horse? Like, if you think you bred, like, if I could get an S only, no S pluses stakes, which I'll probably be able to find, I think the Gambler would have finished maybe fourth or fifth instead of last. But the caliber of horse, like, S pluses are just too strong sometimes. But yeah, I guess that's going to be a big problem with going forward. Is like, where are you going to choose to run your horse? Like I said, I would almost rather run my horse in like a high like if I have an A plus or an A, like I would almost rather run in like a 40,000 claimer than run in an allowance race, just because I don't have to carry weight, and most of the time I'll be one of the top horses in that race as long as I don't run into like a higher boost S minus. Like,
Right, or just running stakes races
Yeah.
that are capped at whatever your horse's grade
Yeah.
is, you know?
Yeah, so it's gonna be tough, and it's gonna be tough to start, especially with new players. Like, it's hard for them to understand the weights and the handicap weights like that. And I a couple weeks ago I had Ian on, and we were talking about it, and it's like the only reason they don't make sense is because we have letters. If we didn't have the letters, the weights would make so much more sense. Like, but the letters are in the way, and it makes it more confusing. But it is what it is. You just have to watch what you're entering and make sure you're not putting yourself in a disadvantage. Like I said, with these, if you have an S minus, if you go in this race, you're going to get taxed. All right. If you go in an S minus to S plus race, you're not getting taxed. You're favored. You're getting the weight advantage. So just be cautious what you enter. And if it's because like one's, a 1,400 entry and one's a 700 entry, you gotta weigh it out. Is it worth spending $7 less to be at a disadvantage, or spending $7 more and being at an advantage? When it comes down to it, but yeah, people just have to be careful with how they're going to enter. It's going to be rough for the first couple of weeks for new players, but once you catch on and once you figure out where you're supposed to go, it's not terrible.
Well, I tell you what, man, and with Crown where it's at, and the Crown stimmies, I mean, you can enter a race that, looking back, after you get more educated, you're like, man, I was an idiot for entering that race. I had no chance to win that race, but you can still actually be profitable just with your Crown stimmies right now. So it's like a nice environment for people to come in and learn without having massive risk in terms of loss of dollars because of the Crown stimmies.
Absolutely. Yeah. for the example that we're discussing now, this entry is an S minus stakes. It's $37.50 to enter, and your crown gift is $52. So you're being paid to enter the race, not counting the outcome.
Yeah, if you come dead last, you still have made
you profit
$12-15, right?
Yep.
Which is pretty wild, man. Pretty wild.
Yeah, all things considered, yeah, it's nice. It's nice to have that for this. I don't know. I don't know what more words I can say about this. I've been on this game. I've been high on this game since they minted the profile pictures. It's just like, this is a game that, to me, it's everything. It's perfect. Like I grew up playing the PlayStation games, Gallop Racer, Jockey Club Gold, like all those games. The fucking the giant arcade horse racing game they had at Dave and Buster's.
Oh yeah.
Excuse me. This is just the best version of all those games. So couldn't ask for more. Honestly, I really couldn't.
Yeah, Doughboy, if you want to pull up my stable, we can go through a couple breeds, and
you want to see what you did with Spirit.
If anybody in chat has any questions about any horses in my stable, in terms of like why I bred with the stud that I chose, or whatever the case may be, feel free to fire those questions off in the chat, and
yeah, we'll get you.
Would love to break a couple down for anybody that's curious on my thought process and kind of my strategy and how I go about pairing things together.
I guess we could discuss this one too. This was also another big sale today.
Yeah, so this was a prearranged womb purchase. Yeah, man, big brain. Those guys over there were awesome and accommodating me. I think this is the last. They said the last Mighty Mouse womb they'll ever sell.
Jesus. Oh, it's not even one. Wow, it's one of these.
Oh yeah, it's a non-one of one, and she's a really good sprinter. But she had success everywhere. But yeah, I mean, just a really solid horse. No one of ones in the bloodline. Man, she had been bred with, I think it was Pasture Ass, I want to say was who she was bred with. Yep. And that was Tombstone. Shout out Mike Sowers there.
Yeah, he bought this one. Maybe this was a pre-arranged.
That was a pre-arranged womb purchase as well. Yep. And he got a colt out of the deal. And has she birthed 3 or 2?
2, and she has not bred yet this month.
Okay. Yeah.
So Pasture Ass and Ace King so far.
Super stoked on that, man. S+ with only one of one parent in it. I think she's going to be a really good racer herself.
Yeah,
and then obviously, the breeding with her, there's a lot of opportunities there. So, really excited about that one.
Yeah, Right Dirt Firm just needs more and more monsters as we go.
Yeah,
just keep bringing them in.
Let's see here.
To age, youngest to oldest, I guess. It's not going to do that. Let me just do this, and we'll go through. Cosmo. Did you do anything special with Cosmo? Didn't you do like the first 2 months?
Cosmo. I went first 2 breeding sessions I did with Morningwood, and then this most recent one I paired her with Pelennor Fields just to see what that yielded. So yeah, we'll see.
Lost a star, it seems.
Yeah,
lost a little bit, but
a little bit on the prep side.
It's a colt, you know what I mean? It's an S, and it's Left Dirt Firm, so. And it's got championship pedigree. So that's really all that kind of matters at this point. But too early to tell. We'll find out in 2 months.
Yeah, I probably should have went with Apollo Stins. You're right. Oh, hey, if you want to, we can go over my snipe of the day on the marketplace.
I did read about that. What was the name of it?
Well, it's unnamed. Search for Delta. DELTA. So my good friend Kamish my good friend Kamish bred this horse. Delta is his filly mare. Delta was a really, really strong sprinter. That's all he ran her at. That's all she really was tested at. I have no idea what she could do and perform at in mid, but she was a strong sprinter. He bred her with Rose of Zion, which is, referred to as the Holy Grail for a long time in PFL. He's the non-one of one on the sire side at LDF. He is from the looks of his stats, he's more of a sprinter to that, long sprint, short, mid type of runner.
Yeah.
So matches up with Delta extremely well on the distance preference side. So I guess Kamish, was really hoping for an S plus from this pairing. I think he paid 80,000 Derby to breed with Rose of Zion. We can go into Delta's ledger to see, but I think it was 80,000 or something like that. He paid for the cover, and then I guess he got upset that he didn't get an S plus out of it, and he listed this thing at 90,000 Derby, and I was like, oh, I'll take that. So
I have money, thank you.
Yeah, I'll take that. So this is another, just from a strategic standpoint, why this also makes sense for me. I mean, my two SLDF females are from Ziggy and Scuba. And so this colt has neither of those in his bloodline. So
nice.
This colt can breed with both Cosmo and Supersonic as well. So
that's fresh.
Yeah. So, I mean, it made sense on a lot of different fronts. Excited to add that one to the stable. I think Kamish had instant regret. He hit me up and was like, "Dang, man, good snap! I should have listened to double that." And I was like, "Man, I didn't know if it was what the deal was, but
you got to know this is a game of there's some sharps out there, That's got to be known. And I've looked at that exact same, like I've looked the two horses that I bought off the marketplace for I resold one of them for a double up because I was not going to do it. Can't race this month anyway. But they were on the market for less than what the stud fee was. To me, that's just like you're taking a loss and I'm gaining there a little bit. So, but with a horse like that, that's just, I don't think that happens again. I don't think that happens on any on any future breed from here on out. That just seemed like an impulse. Get out of my stable, but don't get out of my stable.
It looked like he just said, "How much did I pay for the breed and the stud fee combined? Just give me my money back."
Maybe he's a fan of the sometimes you got to go minus before you go plus part of the game.
Yeah, maybe so. But, hey, I sent you a link in private chat. Okay.
Pull this one up. Oh, this is a nice one as well.
Yeah, so Wolof and I haven't actually made our trade yet because I had entered King Spirit in that last race, but me and him had pre-agreed on this breed pairing Lolly's Legend with Primetime. And then we basically had prearranged trades. So if it's an S plus female, this is what I will trade him for it, down the line.
Yeah.
By grade and gender. And so, so this came out as an S plus female, the first 9 of 9 pref S plus in the game. So he's in the beginning King Spirit that we just watched race earlier. And I'll be getting this. Shout out to Wolof for it. He's a legend, man. Dude's been awesome to me since day one in PFL. He's like an open book. Talk about a guy that knows everything inside and out with the game. I mean, for those of you on the stream that don't know, I haven't heard of Wolof. I mean, he was involved in Horse Racing Manager, which was the mobile app version of Photo Finish Live for years before Photo Finish Live actually became a Web3 game and its own thing. So he's been in this kind of environment, this system for a long time. super knowledgeable and one of the nicest guys out there. I mean, he's definitely, never not answered any question I have. And there's a lot of people who, if you have the inside info and a wrinkle, there's a lot of people who are going to keep that tight to the vest and not share that with anyone. And man, I just really respect Wolof for his forthcomingness and willingness to share everything he knows with everyone in the community. I mean, it's not like he was just doing that special for me. I mean, if anybody asks a question, he will give his honest opinion. And so, man, he's a legend. I'm super excited for this one. We're gonna make the trade swap later, but yeah, this is kind of gives you a lot of different. You can go so many ways with this filly. She doesn't have any one-of-one blood in her.
Yeah, I'm looking at the other.
The other breeds, yeah.
The twin brother ran today, who was an S.
Yeah.
It looks like it crushed this race. So
yeah, he ran in that 12 furlong and ran extremely well. I had Matriarch's Holiday in there. That was Matriarch and Doc Holiday. She finished fourth, I believe. Yeah. Yep. But I mean, yeah, there was an S plus in that race. I mean, there's a good field. Dancing Nancy was a big sale that happened last week. Yeah, who was that? That was Miami sold that.
Yeah, there's been a lot of really big sales over the past week and a half. Did he get run down? No, yeah. No. Yeah, so pretty much won that in hand.
Yeah, and it's interesting too because neither Lolly nor Primetime are marathon type runners. So right. when I saw Shockwave in there, I was like, I don't think Shockwave's going to have much of a chance in this race at this distance, but just goes to show what I know.
73. Again, I don't know how much we put into buyers, but
I know.
Sorry, not buyers, fleet figures. My bad.
Yeah.
If they were buyers, it'd be completely different. Which I don't know why they didn't use that system, but that's fine. Whatever.
Yeah, it's interesting. That's a 3-star firm horse won on a soft track too. So,
what's his heart like? S plus heart. Ooh.
Oh yeah, I mean, with those two, with the non-1-of-1s, you're getting heart and temper is really what you're getting, and then Lolly, has that SS minus on the stamina side.
Yeah.
So, an S plus for Primetime on the stamina side. So, it's not a shocker that this thing runs well at distance. But like I said, I mean, both the parents ran their wheelhouses were like 5 to
short
8,
to mid, yeah.
5 to 9, right? So
that's interesting. I mean, that kind of gives you seeing that kind of. Obviously, I want to say it kind of gives you an idea of what you can expect from your filly that you're getting, but
yeah,
also that doesn't mean that's what's going to happen.
Yeah, we really don't know. Distance preference is one of those things that we really have zero idea of. Is it an average of the two parents? Is it does it just take from one parent and just use one parent's, and it's kind of like that one parent's dominant gene wins in the distance preference side? We really don't know yet. So seeing some of the foals run now and then seeing where they're going to end up distance preference wise comparatively to their parents is going to be really telling into kind of how the algorithm and the breeding side of things works in terms of passing distance preference.
Let's see. You had a couple other foals run today, but only one on the podium so far out of the 4 that ran. So Dennis was an S minus. What the hell breed was it? Oh, it was an A minus. Okay. Well, I guess I don't know. I don't know what to say about that. That kind of just took my words out of my mouth. That's a lot of money for that breed. Jesus Christ. But, that's good. And then we had another one running a stake, White Rhino. I think we just watched this one. This was White Widow, Hazy Hills Farm. Another 12 furlong. Oh, that was in the same race. And that was an S plus. So the other primetime foal who was the odds-on favorite, ran pretty shitty. Ran a bad fifth.
Mm-hmm.
Interesting.
Oh, hey, I'm sending you another link here for another one that'd probably be a good talking point for people in the chat too.
Stens is the one we need to banter back and forth. I just have to find some horses in his stable and say they stink and these horses are better than his, and then he'll wake up and he'll start to argue his points. But
yeah.
And Neon Bandit was another prime time that was in that big sprint with us.
Yeah, that's with La Bandita, really good female sprinter.
So far, 2 of them run at 12 furlongs, 2 of them run at sprints, and 1 has a win. But the Lolly's Legend, the Shockwave is just much better breed. Like, it's just a much better bred horse than the other 4 that we looked at, I think, anyway. But that's crazy.
Yeah, I had talked to Kamish after he bred that horse about potentially buying that from him, but he held out. He said, "No, I'm going to hang on to this one." So
yeah, I mean, I guess with a horse like that, it's going to be tough. Like, they're going to want to hold. They're going to want to hold tight.
So this is a great example to people that are anybody out there that's like, man, I only have a A plus, or I only have an S minus, and I'm never going to be able to compete, like up at the top level. So this is Aphrodite's attitude. This is 2 S minuses were bred to create this S, and then this S just went out and won and beat multiple S pluses in a really solid field here. So you can make big jumps in one breed. Like you can catch up quickly, especially with, I've heard from a lot of the OGs who participated in all the betas. It's kind of a race to that S plus level from what it sounds like. Who knows? Live could be different, but in previous betas, it was a kind of a race to S plus as the best horses in the game were the S pluses, and then it kind of stalled out there for a while. And so it gives a lot of the people that aren't starting out with S minus or S horses, give them opportunity, and they kind of can catch up. So, but this just shows you, I mean, the first breeds of the game, 2 S minuses create an S to go out there and beat 2 S pluses and multiple other S's. So,
yeah, that's interesting. I want to look at that. I want to check their fleet figures out after this and see if it lines up. Maybe it's just like off preference for them, but that's kind of nice.
Yeah, I mean, it did.
It's not a bad little S that you have either. Obviously, I mean, it's well bred, so it's like,
oh, absolutely.
You expect the winner, but seeing that, that has to.
But nobody, but I mean, like nobody pairs together 2 S minuses with a thought in their head of this offspring is going to be able to go out and beat S pluses.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So, and this just shows that it actually can be done. She's pulling away there at the end.
I was gonna say it's not even like it was
fluky or something. Yeah.
Yeah.
Now
Lower Expectations, I think was named appropriately. No, wait.
Yeah, that's a.
Yeah. No, what the hell? I thought they named. There's another horse with like maybe it's Tamper Expectations or something. It was like 2 S's made an S minus, and it was a clever name because. Really lowered expectation, but maybe it wasn't this one. But yeah, this Yaya Ding Dong did some damage back in the day. Was always known for for tearing up, and was also a solid breeder in beta too. I was LTS, not LDS, so I never had to go down that way. But I know when I was running against foals and stuff, like people had some nice Yaya Ding Dong foals in the beta. So another well-bred horse, but yeah, that's a nice S plus. It's not bad, but yeah. Did you run this back, or did you try something else with Aphrodite?
I ran it back in the third breed.
Okay.
I want to say I may not have ran it back yet. I think I did Known Fact in the third one.
Bad Attitude, One Eye Blind, Known Fact, yeah.
Yep, and I probably definitely will be going back to Bad Attitude on the 4th go around here.
Those both S minuses? No, S, One Eye Blind's an S, so yeah, that was like...
Yeah, and Known Fact is an S minus, very, very similar to Bad Attitude. non one of one. Yep.
Yeah, that's a nice one. So I mean, I guess we'll see. I mean, I wonder how many horses actually they're still sitting on the sidelines that didn't get run yet, but we
Probably
should
a decent amount.
we should see a decent amount. But yeah, seeing the S's outlast the S minuses, or not the S minuses, the S pluses is kind of nice, and it's a nice boost with like, all right, I don't need to have an S plus, but I feel like in the Derby in a handful, maybe a year or so, when we get down there, we'll have like majority of the Derby being S pluses at some point, which would be kind of nice. Best of the best in that race. So yeah, right now it's not that big a deal. Right now you can run your unwanted breeds or your like your mishit breeds, like you got a place to go. But breeding up at some point will get you a winner. It will.
Yeah, I'm sending you one more link.
Take a look, see. Copy.
Because I feel like I have to talk about my boy Meme God real quick here. So Meme God is the father of the foal that just ran in the link that I sent you in that race. Meme God was one of the horses that I purchased from Luis right before or right after live. And so Meme God is a non one of one S minus, and he's a 21.5 boost. So there's like Monocle Heart Bay and Shawnee Bear. Those two have slightly more boost than him and are also from non one of ones. But those two have been hit, not Monocle Bay or Heart Bay, because he's had his price pretty high in the stud barn. But like Shawnee Bear has been hit a ton in the stud barn.
Yeah.
Meme God, I don't even know. I want to say Meme God has done like 4 or 5 total covers through 3 breeding seasons now. This is his first offspring to hit the track, for me at least.
He's got 2 winners so far.
Yeah. So I think people that are looking for left dirt S minus horses to stud with, to take their filly to, people are sleeping on Meme God, and he seems to be producing some good offspring here. So
you hold the only 2 winners out of the 3 that have ran so far, but you also, I know
2 or 3 is not bad.
Oh no, this is someone had A plus with the S minus, but where did they run this horse at? Ran 4th in the maiden, behind Supreme Meme. So ran 4th to Half Brother.
Oh, which one was that?
Supreme Meme won in their maiden. You won that one, but Shadow Bloom is also out of Meme God, who ran 4th.
I didn't even realize that was another offspring in there.
And then the other ones he has have not ran yet. Not Supreme Meme, my bad. What am I looking at? What am I doing with my life? There we go. Yeah.
Yeah, full of Girl Scout cookies. That one's going to be a good one. That thing got some good prefs. That can race next season.
Jeez.
So it's just one, but yeah, it got a nice pref roll.
Little sprinter. Yeah, we got a lot. I don't envy you guys with the big stables, because you have a lot of work to do every month. You have a lot of work to do every day with racing and everything too. So that's one of the other things. But just like having all these breeds, having to line them up and like keep track of what you're doing, like it's gonna get tough. But I'm sure you have a spreadsheet lined up with everything in it, just like all the other guys.
Yeah, and I know that some people coming into the game or that are buyers are like, well, why are you selling this horse though? Like, does that mean that this one's not going to be good? The answer is no. I mean, the true answer is there's just large stables. Like we just have too many horses, especially when we're breeding. when we're breeding every horse, every breeding session, like there's just way too much to manage. And so, we're selling good horses. We're selling horses that are better than other horses that we're keeping. We just don't know who's going to be, the best on the track yet or not. But I mean, we have to sell some horses or else it just doesn't make sense. Plus, like I'm a big believer in making quality blood available to people. It's why I did my breeding giveaway for free, just because, it gets people in the game. It gets people good blood to start out with. And listen, man, we're all competing together, but at the same time, we all are part of the photo finish family together. And like, the more people in the system that are playing and active, the more people that we get to play, the better it is for all of us. So,
Indeed.
When you see us selling horses, we're not here to take advantage of anybody. At least I know I'm not. You can look at my prices and how I price things. I usually price things extremely fair. And so, man, it's awesome too, just to see. I had horses that I sold beat my horses today in races.
Yeah, that's what I'm looking for. I'm looking for that race because I saw it and I was like, oh, GVG won this, and I looked and I was like, oh wait.
Let me find that one for you.
I think it was Olympia's Hercules.
Yeah, Olympia's Hercules. Yep.
Yeah. This
with an outstanding run.
This is one that you put together and sold, and this horse scooped the juvenile stakes today. S Plus Max actually beat an S Plus in this race. So
sure did.
And also beat Cosmic Wood, which is one of your other better bred horses too. And 137 finish time is actually really kind of quick. So like that's nice.
For a 2-year-old especially.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's moving, man.
So like, and I brought that up. Yeah, we talked about that earlier in stream. It's like also the only example I have is like absolute horsepower. Like they had 37 foals season 1, and then I think he added 4 more, and then every month it's 41 new horses, and at a certain point it's going to be more once your crop 1 and 2 foals retire.
Yes.
Now your stable is going to look bonkers. Now you got to figure like it's a lot of work, but like you also you came into the game and bought good horses to build your empire on. It's not like you came in and bought mid horses to breed, mid runners. Like,
yep,
you actively bought the best horses in certain archetypes to do this. So, like, anyone getting a horse from you via sale / giveaway, what have you, you're not getting a mid horse. You're going to get something that can run and can compete. So,
yeah, like I don't have a single horse in my stable that I bought just to breed and sell the offspring of.
Yeah. And there's some stables out there that did that. But
yeah, that's totally great. That's one of the awesome things about Photo Finish Live in general. Yeah, I mean, if you want to play passively and just breed and sell, awesome,
Dude, this horse didn't lose the lead once. Like this, this race, this was just like...
This is a dominating performance.
I think he lost the lead for like a millisecond.
Mm-hmm.
No, it didn't even beat the S Plus at the wire, and then I had to
right.
But yeah, like that was easy, and yeah, that was bought.
Right, and I mean, and if you took advantage of my deal, you could have bred with Hercules for free.
Yeah, I know.
Truly free.
I know. Danny took part in your deal, and today he had the horse that he bought, like, he got it on the track today, which was great. So he was messaging me about that.
Oh, beautiful.
So we got it in a race, but like we're in that wheelhouse of where to run it because the weight tax. And he's like, if this horse sucks, I'll just retire at 3 and I'll just take the first breed, and because he has a back pocket breed because of your deal. So like he's not even mad if he doesn't end up with a racer because he's got a back pocket breed, and that's good enough for him at this point. You know what I mean? Like,
yeah, absolutely, man.
Good.
Yeah, I mean, if you see me selling a horse, chances are that I was hoping for the opposite gender outcome. So, like, I know that for the vast majority of the photo finish community, everyone's always hoping for fillies. It's kind of funny when as your stable gets large, if you have a large stable, like, I'm actually like 50-50 on outcomes, a lot of times I'm hoping for a colt.
Yeah.
because that colt then fits well with other fillies that I already have, or whatever the case may be. So
it's also one less breeding fee per month as well.
yeah, and so I mean, so I sell colts, fillies, everything in between. So yeah, man.
Yeah, and Webb Weaver, that's a good horse.
That's a really good horse.
This is a really good horse too.
Yeah, that's a really good horse.
I'm actually going to keep that one bookmarked, and I want to see what they do tomorrow. I definitely want to see what Olympia's Hercules ends up doing. But yeah, I was very. For me, I'm happy to see that because again, the stables are going to come in. They're going to play the racing game. Their stables are going to come in. They're going to play the claiming game. Stables are going to play the breeding game, and there's going to be stables that play everything. This is the ecosystem that I wanted when we were playing the other game, and we didn't have it. Now we have it for the most part.
Yep.
And now it's just like we see what we could have had, and now we have it. It's nice to have it. But,
if I had to go through the other game and everything that came along with that all over again, just to be able to get photo finish, I would do it because this is what we always wanted, what we always envisioned, what we always were told the other one was. In terms of breeding and, the way that genetics work and things like that. So, yeah, man, super excited. But, yeah, hey, shout out Equestrian Harmony, Zed guys that came over because of my original offer, got involved in photo finish. They're the ones that purchased Olympia's Hercules from me. So, congrats to those guys, man. Feels good to, even though they beat me, I'm truly happy for them.
They made a splash too. That's nice.
They bought a few S's. They bought I want to say they bought like 3 S's and 3 or 4 S minuses. They came in pretty good.
Astronerd are they have some nice horses in here, but yeah, so far GVG bred is the only one to be a winner so far. So, count it, put it on the scoreboard.
Hey man, we put the G in genetics. You know what I'm saying?
We like to hear that. But yeah, that was a very good. Today was a very good day one. Today was absolutely a very good day one, and now it's just gonna get. Now the gears are rolling. Now there's no more road bumps.
Oh my God, man. Yeah. Hey, and while we're at it and just being realistic here, shout out to the PFL team.
Yeah.
I mean, talk about the most opportunistic time for everything to break and go wrong when you have new foals dropping, new foals racing for the first time, breeding happening, new breeding season happening, all the payout distributions that occur at the end of the season and the start of a new season, from staking at tracks, as well as the racing incentive derby, stimmies. I mean, everything went off without a hitch, right?
Yeah.
That just doesn't happen very often, man,
We've had one giant roadblock since the start of Go Live, and even with that, the game has done nothing but rise. So
it's incredible.
It's just nice what's possible when you have a team behind a game that's just like knows their shit and knows what to do when they're supposed to do it and listens. So shout out to Ian.
And listens, man. That's the biggest part, actually listens and actually engages with the community every single day, man.
Yep.
So, and they're not doing what we tell them to by any means, but at least they're listening and they're making educated decisions, and if something makes sense and if there's a loud enough cry for it, then they're accommodating that in the game,
Yep.
And so nothing more you can ask for from a user standpoint.
Just don't get comfortable, guys. Don't ever get comfortable. We'll know if you get comfortable because you'll stop interacting with it. But don't get comfortable. Stay on your toes, and we'll go to the top with this shit.
I think
a team that's just on top of everything. Like maybe not be 24/7, but first thing in the morning, if there's a problem, they're in Discord. All right, I got your ticket. We got your ticket submitted. We got this. We took care of this. Whenever there's a bug with something, there's always an announcement. It's good management. That's what you like to see.
Yeah, I came into PFL just as a horse racing lover, right? Coming with a bad taste in my mouth from the other game. Just excited, most excited about the opportunity to actually have breeding outcomes mean something, have them be relevant based on parents' attributes, all that good stuff.
Yeah.
After I was here, then got introduced to the whole tokenomics of Crown and how that all functions. Was blown away by how intelligently designed that whole ecosystem was. And back to your point, Doughboy, about, don't get complacent to the team. I mean, I truly think that the team won't get complacent because it's not in their best interest to, because Crown is a large part of their equity in the game,
Yeah.
And so Crown values will directly reflect active user engagement, right? How many races are being ran? 20% of those pots are going to the stakeholders. If there's a ton of races being ran, then there's going to be a lot more people that are wanting to be a stakeholder. And to
Yeah.
be a stakeholder, you have to buy Crown or accumulate Crown. And so the whole system feeds itself beautifully. Also, I think like the part of the feedback loop that is most important is that the team wins when we all win in terms of Crown value and user participation in general. So the feedback loop kind of takes care of itself in that sense, unless something goes terribly wrong. I don't see anything stopping the momentum that the entire game has right now. The community is stoked beyond belief. The amount of quality people in this community too, by the way, is unbelievable. You're talking about literally a diamond-handed community that have, a lot of these people that have been here since the initial mints, they're going on 2+ years in photo finish line.
Oh yeah.
With the vast majority of that time in beta. You know what I mean? So they're not going anywhere. Yeah.
When Zook picked up Zucchina, Stens was the one that helped facilitate the deal. Stens was the one that answered all the questions, and Stens is no nonsense. Like, that's why I like him so much. You get to the point and let you know what it is, and this is how it is. So he helped us with that, and we knew we had one of the better. She might be S-, but one of the better LTS mares in the game.
Yep.
But once you find, and I can say that there's the opposite of Stens in certain communities too, where they don't care. They'll they think they can sell salt to a slug, and they'll sell you a shit horse and tell you a story about 3 generations of it just to get you to buy it. But Stens will tell you if it is a good buy or a bad buy, and that's what got us in, and that's what got me into. I mean, we were streaming this game no matter what. Like, it was a horse racing game, and I'm not going to stream a horse racing game. Like I said, when this game was minted, like, I wasn't on Solana at the time, so I didn't know shit about it. And I'm stubborn. When I'm on something, I stay on it. So I was on ETH. I stayed on ETH, ignored it. Then Zook and I picked up the horse, or Zook picked up the horse, and then we went from there. But
same.
Having people like a Stens in the community is good. He will also call out, he'll call out bullshit. He's like me. Call how you see it. If you're trying to sell shit, we're going to tell you you're selling shit. But, having honest people in the community that are straightforward, who don't want to, they don't want to make, I don't want to say it because it's going to sound like I'm, it's a bad thing, but, don't want to make, they don't want to sell you a story. They want to sell you the truth,
Yeah.
This is this. I don't think you should pay, the asking price. Maybe ask this. There's people out there who tell you. And everyone I've dealt with was trying to get Danny involved. Obviously knowing you, it's a different story because he could just message you and say, "Yo, GVG, what do you got for me?" And you have an honest stable of good horses. So
yep,
it's nice having the solid people in the community. But every community has those sketchy people. Everyone has it. It's just what it is. Once they make themselves known, and you stay away from them. The good guys make themselves known by doing good guy things.
100%. Yeah. Well, I've known Stens since previously playing the other game.
Yeah.
I conversed with a whole lot of people in the other game, and there wasn't a whole lot more brighter than him from a true understanding of race math, how things are actually functioning, how things are, what's really happening here. How are we determining? How's the game determining a winner of a race? And he blew me away of how deep his understanding was of the race algorithm, the race math, and then how certain attributes affect certain horses. And so when I came over to PFL, man, I lean heavily on Stens, and shout out to him, and he knows I'm thankful for it. I asked him a million questions,
Mhm.
and I think, deep down he loves it too, because I'm asking
He
a bunch
does.
of questions that he's already answered himself, but I'm sure I'm asking some questions that he hasn't thought about yet either. And
Well, that's the good thing about him is like if you ask him a question, and even if he doesn't want to answer it, he'll say, "All right, ask the Discord," and you'll get a straightforward answer no matter what. But sometimes he's answered something so many times that he'll divert to someone else to do it, which I respect that. I don't want to be asked the same question 50 times. So I'll just, why don't you go ask so and so? They can help you out with that. But yeah, it's
right,
always solid. It's always and other people that I don't deal with on an everyday basis, like for pricing and stuff. When I was looking to get my ticket, like shout out to Monkey Tennis. Monkey Tennis was a big help on valuations as well.
great dude.
The JJ, he's I chopped it up with him. He's another good guy who's always in like general chopping it up. Mike Sowers, always answering questions, helping people in Discord. Like even the Mo's, like Mo, he helps out in Discord. He's one of those people. Pete, they all the content creators usually in there. I'm the one that stays away from Discord for the most part because I'll get myself in trouble with some stuff. But yeah, listen, I operate different. There's people out there that want to help everyone, and then there's me. I help out when I can. I like to sit back. If someone reaches out to me, I help them. I don't often put myself out there for help because there's obviously more knowledgeable people in this community than myself, and I'll be the first one when someone messages me about PFL and I don't know how to answer their question. I'll say, hey, why don't you tag so and so in general, and I bet you they'll help you out with a better answer, or go. You want to learn more about tokenomics? Like here's the rundown, the article they put out, the 411, from top to bottom. But yeah, having a community of solid people is like, to me, it's above having the game. You can have the game, but if you don't have solid people to play it with, it's just a game. Like, but here we have solid people that are willing to help. Like, yeah, shout out Lacey. Lacey from the other game, always helping people. Comes over here every day is in Discord helping people. You know what I mean? They're out there, and they want to. They just. I'm grateful for those people because, like you said, when people come to me, I say go to them. So I'm grateful to have those type of people that I can push the questions off to as well. So
Yeah, and I'm like, man, I'm just so happy that all of those types of people that were involved in the other game now have this game. Because they were the ones like holding it all together by a thread in the other game. Because the game was not what the game was supposed to be, but the community was still amazing. Like I love my Zed family. That's why I did what I did on my free read stuff specifically for the Zed people. You know what I mean?
Yep.
So
yeah, having Lacey's Friday, I gotta get Lacey on stream. It's been a while since I hung out with her. I used to hang out with her on her Margarita Friday streams when we weren't streaming on Friday.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's just nice to have that. It feels good, It feels good. And it's not like we're not a welcoming. I mean, like I said, I'm going to say we're. I'm going to act like I'm part of it. But like when you go into the general and you say, "Hey, I'm new here," there's probably about 4 or 5 people right there to help you. Here's the rundown. Here's this command to find this. And what more do you want? What more do you want? There's
100%.
There's always good stuff out there. You just gotta keep your eyes open and see it. It won't often find you, but you can find it. Yeah, that's dope.
And while we're at it and on that topic, thank you, Doughboy. Streaming man. Appreciate what you do.
Listen, it's fucking fun. All right, I often don't hold back my feelings. Like I enjoy this game. I enjoy horse racing. That's my thing. Horse racing literally was my life for so long. But like horse racing games, something that I can actually sit here and put on the screen and talk about and be knowledgeable about and help out with, like that's the fun part. You know what I mean? And once we get into it, there's more more consistent things to stream. Like now, now racing's starting to pick up, but like having people come in and, it feels like the old days where Pony Plug, we'd fire up a Friday night stream and like all the new people would come in and get their questions answered. It feels good doing that. And that's, I sit here and say I push it off on other people, but when I'm streaming and people are asking questions, that's the best part, That's what makes streaming like fun for me. I get to stream a game that I enjoy, but I also get to help people out and interact with people on a regular basis. So it's definitely fun. But yeah, I'm always grateful when one of the big dogs can offer up time to come on and chop it up and do stuff. So definitely fun, and definitely thank you for that. Time isn't free, so the way you spend it, you gotta make it count. I'm always appreciative of people who spend their time with me. It's good stuff.
That's a fact.
It's definitely good.
Hey, everybody in chat, anything else y'all would like for us to go over? Anything you have questions on, or?
Yeah, last call.
And
then normally I stream Tuesday nights. I stream the After Darks. I think I'm going to take off tomorrow because I have a friend in town from Seattle who's crashing tonight and tomorrow. So I'm probably not going to stream tomorrow. I'll say something to Fib so maybe him and Mo can figure it out. But definitely tune in to the third time stream tomorrow night, and I think Thursday night it's on Mo's stream. And then in the coming weeks I'll be a little bit more active now that we'll have fresh horses running. They won't be so inclined to retire right away. So maybe we'll have more than just, 4-horse races for the foreseeable future. But yeah, after this, every month now from here on out, we're just getting new crops, and it's just going to get more and more interesting.
Yeah, and like we talked about, man, with Crown where it's at, I don't think we're going to see the race to retire with the bred horses. I think we're going to see, a healthy amount retire.
Yeah.
And then we're going to see a really healthy amount to stay on the track and run for a long time.
Yeah. Yeah, absolutely. Just the way, they're also juicing certain races now too, so that's an incentive to stay on. But yeah, as long as Crown stays up the way it is, like, my horses stay on the track. We're at 30 cents right now, and it's been steady. It's been holding between 25 and 30 for like the last few days. So
no, it really is beautiful, man. Incentivizing people to get on the track. Like we talked about earlier, if you're just a little selective with your race selection, you can guarantee you're going to make money even if your horse comes in dead last. Like,
yep.
And that's not always going to be the case. That's not going to be the case.
No, not at all.
So people out there listening, like, that say that's not sustainable. 100%, that's not sustainable.
Yeah,
that's not the point. The point is to create this environment, to create a low risk as possible for as many people to get in, and to get an experience of what's going on here. So really is super intelligent design by the team. So
yeah, very, very.
All right, Joe Boy. Hey man,
right,
always
GVG.
A pleasure, sir.
No, I appreciate it. Like I said, I appreciate you giving your time. Chat, thanks for hanging out. I guess I didn't put a tweet out. I finally made affiliate on Twitch, so now I can start taking my shit serious. Now I got to fill out all the tax information for him, which is kind of funny, but yeah, we hit affiliate. Thank you, chat. Appreciate all y'all tuning in and help me out grind the hours and get me the follows that I needed. So up and onward. Very happy about it. But yeah, GVG, thank you. We'll do a mid-season update maybe. When you get time.
Oh yeah, you just let me know when you want to do it again.
Yep, absolutely. Take it easy.
All right, bro. Later.
All right, chat. Thanks for coming around. Appreciate it. Have a good night. We'll see you potentially end of this week, maybe. If not, definitely next Monday and next Tuesday. Again, I'm probably going to take off tomorrow night and kick it with the homie while he's here. But again, everyone, thank you. Thanks for chilling. Appreciate it. Have a good night. Good luck on track.